the app Numbers. If you open a new one, here are the templates that you have. Okay, the template that I typically use is the first one, only because you can then delete and start with a blank document. So to delete, you're going to hit this circle right here at the top, and then you're going to hit delete. Okay, so Numbers is kind of set up like Excel, if you remember Excel, and the fact that they have sheets. So you have sheet 1. To add a new sheet, you just hit the plus and go new sheet. Again, you're going to have to get rid of this. Okay, to change the sheet name, you double click on the sheet, and then you change the name. I like Numbers for a lot of reasons, but 2 of the reasons are it's easy to set up a lesson or something that you want done in order. So they can start with the first tab. When the first tab is done, they can go to the second tab and they can continue on. So it goes in a sequential order. I also like it because it's just a blank document. They're able to zoom in 400%, so they can draw small pictures if they want, and it just lends itself to, to be used for almost anything. And you can put a lot of information on one document, depending on how big your lesson is. So over here you have the plus and you have the paintbrush, which again are universal tools that we talked about earlier. I will go over a couple tools that are more prevalent for Numbers. For example, the table and charts. So if you want to insert a table, you're going to hit plus, and it will automatically start at the table. Like I said, because it's kind of the go-to thing for Numbers. So you're just going to add a table. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. So if I'm going to rename the table, I'm just going to do plant growth. So let's say that we're doing some sort of lab to graph plant growth. Okay, so then I'm going to put days, and I'm going to fill out this information. Okay, up here I can put height. Okay, so there's a couple ways that you can make a graph. First way is you can make a graph after you input all the information, or you can make a graph for the students, and when they import information, it will change. So let's say that I'm going to go ahead and make this graph right now. So what you'll do is you'll highlight the data. You'll go down here to the very bottom where it says, you'll go to Cell Actions, and then down here at the bottom you'll go to Create Chart. And you'll decide which one that you want. I'm just going to go with the line graph, and this is how it looks right now, because I only have two days. So when I add days here, it will change the graph. When I add height or a numerical value, again, it will add it for me. So this is a way for students to be able to go ahead and input the information if you want it that way. If your table is too big, you're just going to drag these lines up and drag these lines over. If you need it bigger, you just drag them out. So it depends on how big you want your table to be. Your chart, so they always put the legend at the top. I don't know why, but if you click on it, you should be able to move it. Maybe. Sometimes you can. Yeah, there we go. So if you only are graphing one thing, you can actually get rid of it too. So if I click on the graph, when I go to the paintbrush, remember the paintbrush is to format. You can click on the paintbrush so we can format and add the title, on the title across the top and the X and Y axis. So turn the title on, and then you're going to change the title, and then your style. You need to find labels here, and you need your axis labels on. So that would turn on your axis label down here. And then you need to turn this one on down here, and you're just going to turn it on. So now the students are able to double tap and change the labels. Okay, the other two, data and arrange, you really do not need. So that is the gist of the graph. Again, you can add it yourself, or you can have your students add it. And then when you go to the plus, again, the plus has all the other features of Pages and Keynote. And one other thing that is universal, if you make a good template, so let's say that I want to take this information out, but I know that I'm going to use this template again for another lab or another lesson. So I know if I'm going to use this a lot, if you go to the three dots here at the top and you go to export and you go to numbers template, and then add to template chooser. So now when you go to create a new document, it's right down here. If I click on it, here's the template that I created. Again, that is available in Pages and Keynote as well. So like I said, make a good template, save it, and then you can manipulate and change it.